Well, hey everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Esoteric Influences for Sunday, March 14th through Saturday, March 20th, 2021. Well, I hope everybody had a good week. The only thing I really need to tell you about next week is tomorrow's Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune may post a little bit later in the day, late morning. Well, it'll be like early afternoon if I don't get it done early in the morning, because I have an appointment in the late morning tomorrow. So it just depends on how I negotiate and manage all of that. So as to whether or not it's going to go up super early in the morning or a little bit later in the afternoon. So anyway, just letting you know about that. So I hope everyone again has had a good weekend, a good week, and is having a good weekend. We're looking at a 5 energy for Sunday, the 14th. So change and protection and all of that. We're looking at Birkenau, which is family and healing and bringing projects to fruition, protection as the rune. Puella is the geomancy rune for Sunday the 14th. We're talking young girl energy, so scattered focus. So think about a loosening of perceptions, really, when you're talking about Puella. Kind of curious and all of that. The moon's in Aries, and the human design channels are awareness, synthesis, and transitoriness. And again, this goes up on the blog in written form, so you can check that out. It has other things in it, recommendations for magical workings and all of that. I'm just going to go over at the end of each section, I'll just go over what the just the general idea of the different things you can do for magical workings or rituals on each day. I'm not going to go into what I recommend. You can look at that on the blog if you want to, or if you've signed up for the newsletter, you have it in your inbox. And the sign up for that's over on the side panel of the blog at Stepping Aside as well. And the web address for that is imsteppingaside.com. So as we seem to be turning a corner with the pandemic, life's going to be changing for many going forward. If you've already been vaccinated, you may be ready to see family again, but you're going to need to still stay vigilant so that when the time is right, you can reunite safely. The moon in Aries involves the need for independent experiences, but you may need to strike a better balance between your own ambitions and the responsibilities you have for others, so you don't leave any of that aside on Sunday. Your compassionate support might be needed on Sunday, particularly with women in your life, so take time to nurture others that day. You may need to rise above established norms on Sunday to express a higher principle, particularly if delusional thinking by others is experienced. Reference past shared experiences to assist them in realizing the truth of the current situation, but realize that it may be that they simply lack your vision or the ability to see the greater picture. Timing's probably going to play a part in how or when you offer that support, so pick your moment and don't talk about stuff until it's ready to be heard. And it may not be. Things are really odd with people right now in terms of how they see the world and how they see their experiences. And you just may not be able to have a conversation that way with them. Favorability on Sunday for work and magic's neutral. We're talking sun energy. So clarity, truth, healing, removing barriers, courage, leadership, and all that. Can take that focus. On Monday the 15th, we have a 6 energy for that day. Harmony, higher self, love, empathy, guidance, and comfort. Sawillo is the as above, so below rune for Monday. Will, it's a fire, again, fire element, will, spirit, energy, self-confidence, healing again. Higher self, again, aligning with the 6, illumination, the link between spirit and form. So we have spirit there in contrast with ego, massive ego with Rubius here as the geomancy rune on Monday. Misuse of force could happen. Aries is still the moon, so some Mars energy there, so that could be influencing as well. Awareness, synthesis, and transitoriness are again the human design channels for Monday the 15th. So on Monday, you're going to let higher self guide both your perceptions and interactions with others. providing comfort and guidance wherever you can, but be aware of boundaries, your own and those of others, and avoid any tendency to manipulate the situation at hand on Monday. With the moon still in Aries, be aware of any mood swings that might crop up, yours or others. Avoid a judgmental response so that you maintain harmony within the group while you continue to nurture both the needs of and ideas of others. Allow a new path to form, rising from the ashes of old paradigms that no longer serve you or the collective. Avoid compulsive behavior that could interfere with progress, and align with others to foster strength and security while meeting challenges from a unified perspective. Assert yourself only when all other options are attempted or if deception occurs to bring things back under control. Favorability of work and magic on Tuesday, or rather on Monday, is neutral. We're talking moon energy to govern, and so feminine magics, healing, intuition, cycles, reincarnation, astral travel, balance, and change. Now on Tuesday, which is a Mars energy day, we have a 7 energy on the 16th. So we're looking at, but with 7, we're looking at magic, balance, analysis, thought, spirituality, and truth. Kenaz is the fire element rune for Tuesday. So torch, it's the light of spirit, it's illumination, clarity, revelation, healing, well-being. We have the support of Albus for that, which is the sage, white or white hair, clear thought, wisdom, knowledge, communication. So that's going to assist with the transformative effect of Kenaz. The moon is in Aries until it shifts to Taurus at 3:57 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, or daylight time rather. We've switched. We've moved ahead here today. Did you do that? Did you set your clocks back last night? We did. Well, we didn't have to, because the bathroom one we never changed, so we've always had to subtract an hour for the last 6 months. Now we don't have to, so it's very cool. It's like, oh my God, what time is it really? But anyway, we have synthesis and transitoriness as our human design channels for Tuesday. So we're going to step back and take stock of circumstances that leave you confused or unsure on Tuesday. Seek clarity by checking in with others who have more experience before making any decisions on that day. Now that the moon has traveled into Taurus, routine and stability become important. You express your ideas and feelings with clarity, and your resourceful approach will serve you well on Tuesday. Again, if you're left unsure, though, you might want to retreat to assess the situation in the event a new strategy is required. If deceptions experienced on Tuesday, remain flexible enough to seek back channels to gain an advantage, but maintain a collaborative approach to avoid placing your ideas or needs above the others in the group. It really does need to be a unified, collaborative approach on Tuesday. Remember that a cooperative effort will get you farther than taking an individual approach will do. The favorability for working magic on Tuesday is excellent. You have a Mars influence governing. So passion, manifestation, creativity, self-assertion, reducing conflict. Those are the kinds of things you can focus on. Wednesday the 17th, now that's going to be an 8 energy for that day. So leadership, the warrior within, success, achievement, material security, acknowledgement. The rune is Thurisaz, so another fire element rune, signifying Thor's hammer and defense, new beginnings, protection, dealing with opposition. Fortuna Minor, so more like progressive success or incremental progress. It's a positive rune, though. It's just lesser, considered to be lesser fortune than Fortuna Major is. Taurus is the moon on Wednesday, and synthesis and transitoriness are the human design channels. So if called to a leadership role on Wednesday, allow the spiritual warrior within to guide others along a shared path. We're really seeing that as being the constant theme through things right now, is the shared path forward. Progress made on Wednesday may be incremental and may also benefit from outside assistance. So avoid an impulsive response and act in a way that preserves a positive outcome. Let the past experience that you have guide your decisions, knowing that as you do, self-confidence and self-esteem are reinforced by that. Rituals connecting your well-being with your career may be helpful. On Wednesday, your emotional stability and resilience that results will carry you through and telegraph to others that you can be trusted and relied upon. You might feel as if you're surviving in spite of things on Wednesday. I think we all do. And we have been for a while now, haven't we? But intuition is strong on Wednesday, and a balance between higher self-awareness and ego expression will prove helpful in that regard. I'm losing my voice already. We were out field burning yesterday, so a little bit of smoke in my lungs here. A new path is possible if you're willing to let go of old paradigms that prevent change. Dedicate yourself to overcoming fixed perceptions so that you establish a more rational view of your life. Favorability of work and magic on Wednesday is neutral. And Mercury governs Wednesday, so it's going to be communication-oriented things, communication, interactions, balance, justice, revelation. Those are the kinds of things you can do magically on Wednesday. Now, Thursday, we have the 18th. That's a 9 energy, so endings and completion. And we have Isa as the Norn rune of the present moment as our rune for Thursday. It's about will development, contraction, focus, consciousness, freezing unwanted behavior or perceptions or situations. Acquisitio is the geomancy rune, so some gain, but it could also mean excessive behavior. So maybe we're wanting to freeze some of that into a little more, will-oriented focus that way. We're in Taurus with the moon until Gemini at 4:48 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and synthesis and transitoriness continue to be the human design channels for Thursday. So a shift could be experienced on Thursday as one phase ends and another begins. This may reflect a shift in perception or circumstances, but at its center is a new beginning that's going to lead you to a more successful outcome. While the moon's still in Taurus, a conjunct with Vulcan provides the energy for the aforementioned shift in perception, giving you the strength and will to overcome perceptions that have left you feeling challenged. Although you do enjoy interactions with others, your idealism might be too much for them, and primarily because they don't have that type of vision to look for alternative solutions. So as the moon travels into Gemini in the afternoon, you may also experience some indecision, but it might be due to your emotional balance being off. So if that's the case, step back and allow your emotions to settle before proceeding. Maintain your convictions, knowing that light overshadows darkness. Always. A service to others approach is favored now, creating the space for others to accept responsibility for mistakes they've made while still maintaining their dignity, which is always important. In doing so, you preserve the collaborative relationship that's been established as well as the path to a successful result. The favorability of work and magic on Thursday is neutral. Jupiter is the governance. And we have social justice, healing, abundance, income, growth, achieving goals and desires. So it's expansive types of magics that can be worked. On Friday, the 19th, we have a 1 energy for new beginnings, wholeness, unity, leadership, and revolution. We have Ansus, which is Odin's rune, indicating a divine message or spirit communication and eloquence. Again, higher self, divinity, and clarity. Missio is, now that's an earth element geomancy rune. It indicates loss or sacrifice, but not necessarily the loss of, it could just mean like the loss of something, so something ends, which is sort of implied with the 1 energy for Friday. Gemini is the moon, and synthesis and transitoriness are the human design channels for Friday. So as more people get their vaccines, it feels like a new beginning's possible. Be a positive influence on others and express yourself with clarity and resolve. Your leadership may be all others need to set a different course on Friday. Now that the moon's fully in Gemini, you might want to share your experience with others with a lively debate possible. However, you know from experience it's best to respect the input and feelings of others and avoid a response that's impulsive or insensitive. Not everyone has the same level of self-confidence that you possess, so observe boundaries and support the ideas of others on Friday. Avoid a demanding nature that can constrain your interactions by remaining in the present moment. Cut through any deception that may arise while continuing to collaborate in a manner that benefits others. Recognize the abilities and talents that others have, and with past experience as your guide, delegate responsibilities accordingly on Friday. Favorability of work and magic is very good, with Venus as the governance. Compassion, love, harmony, attracting a partner, partnership issues as self. Female sexuality, fertility, healing, and friendship can be the focus for magics worked on Friday. Now Saturday we have the 20th, so it's a 2 energy. So balance, polarity, reciprocity, collaboration, harmony, and all of that. Works well with Yura, which is about unfolding awareness and energetic alignment. It means the year cycles can be useful in gardening and herbalism. It's about transformation and balance. Now, Fortuna Minor is the, again, progressive or incremental success, is the geomancy rune for Saturday. Gemini's the moon, and we come down to just synthesis regarding the collective aspect of life as the human design channel for Saturday. So we're going to collaborate with others on Saturday to accomplish a shared task or goal, experience the give and take that disparate views can offer and the greater vision or awareness that can unfold. Your generosity and sensitivity and gender support from others on Saturday. Remain positive and non-judgmental, focusing instead on nurturing and providing comfort for anyone in need. If you discover over the day that your emotions or moods are in flux, meditation could prove helpful to regain your inner balance. A pragmatic approach may be better than the one that explores too many options. It may also be best to avoid working with others who don't share your fundamental principles or values. Hard to get anywhere with people who aren't on the same page. This recognition may be a result of intuition, so don't ignore it because it'll likely alert you to an unnecessary difficulty that should and can be avoided. Favorability for work and magic on Saturday is very good. Saturn is the governance. And so we're looking really at magics involving restriction, bindings, summonings, harvest, purification, and protection. So again, check the written up copy on the blog, also in the newsletter as well, if you've got that. For down at the bottom there of each section, I include some suggestions based on the esoteric influences for the day, as well as the general ideas for workings for each day. If you want to check all that out, you'll get that as well if you look at the whole thing there on the blog. So I guess that's it. Again, remember tomorrow is going to be maybe a little different in terms of when I post the somewhat daily tarot and rune reading. But other than that, I guess that's it. Continue to wear a mask if you go out and about, even if you've had your shots. Because we can still get it, I guess, and transmit it. It just won't affect us as badly. But the fact that you can still transmit it is the problem. So please wear a mask until CDC says, and Dr. Fauci says we don't have to. And enjoy the freedoms that you're going to have with respect to getting the shots, getting the vaccine. And, maybe we're going to have a better summer than we had last year. So anyhow, thanks so much for watching. Be good to yourself. Be good to one another. We'll see you next time, and blessed be.